Hello students, welcome back to the next session of Software Engineering Lab. In the previous session, we have started with experiment number 7 related to Docker, in which we have covered few of the basic CLI commands. In today's session, we shall be writing a Docker file using which we will be building our own image, running it as a container, and we will be pushing that particular image that we have created into the Docker Hub also. So up till now we have pulled an existing image from Docker Hub, but now we will create our own image and push it into Docker Hub so that anybody can download our particular image and run it as they want. So the first thing you have to do is, in any location, create an empty folder. I have created a folder which is called as the Docker Project 1 on my desktop. You can create with any name. Inside this, create one more folder and give the name of your project. So my project or the image that I'm trying to build is Redis image. So I say Redis. Open that particular folder and now create an empty file. Okay. Make sure that it is not having any extension. So what you do, you click on new and you click on text document, right? And give the name as Docker file. Make sure that only D is capital. Remaining all other characters are small letters only. See, basically what is a Docker file? Docker file is like a recipe. So it is telling our Docker how to create a container. Okay, it is like a very small isolated computer in our laptop, right? So it will tell us, or it will tell the Docker as to how to create an image and how to run the container. All these instructions will be there in the Docker file. In detail, if you want to have any idea about this Docker file, please do listen to the video that I have shared related to the Docker introduction. Okay, so now you have to remember one thing while you are creating this Docker file. It should not have any extension. So you have to remove the extension. So you can see that now the type of the file is text document. When I save this, the type should become file because your Docker file should not have extensions. So simply type enter. You want to save this without any extension? Yes, I want to save it. So you can see now that the type is file. So you have to create a empty file without any extension. And the name of the file should always be Docker file. Docker will understand the name only Docker file. Open this. You can open it using any text editor. Notepad++, Visual Studio Code, WordPad, Notepad, using anything. So I'm opening with Notepad. Okay. Now inside this, I will write the instructions to my Docker so that it will be helpful for my Docker to create and run the container. Right. So what I will write, I will say from Redis -latest. And then I say cmd Redis server. These are the two commands that I am writing for my Docker. So I am telling get the latest Redis application and run the application using the command Redis server. So up till in the previous session, what we have done, we have pulled an existing image called as Redis. So when you try to pull an image, along with that image, you will get a pre-written Docker file written by somebody else. So now what I am doing, I am not getting that image. I am telling my Docker only get the Redis application. I will write my own Docker file. Okay. So in that I am telling you get the latest Redis application using this command called as Redis server, execute my Redis database. This is what I am telling. Okay. Now what you do is you save. So when I run this particular application, then these two commands will be executed by my Docker, and whatever instructions I have given, those will be followed by my Docker. So now that I have saved, go back to the PowerShell. Okay. Now check which path is this particular Docker file. So I mean C users Madhu desktop Docker project 1 Redis. Copy this path. Go back to PowerShell and simply say, first let me clear the screen, and simply say cd space path. Now you are into this particular path. Type ls to check the files. Yes, the Docker file is available here. Okay, so what I have to do, my application is ready, my Docker file is ready. Now I have to convert it into an image. To convert it into an image, I have to use the command called as docker build. Docker build is the command which will be creating images for me with the help of Docker file. Okay, now I have to give a new name to my image. I am creating a own image. So for that I have to give a name. So I say -t. -t means tag. Whenever I use -t, a name will be or a tag will be given to my image. Okay, so say my image will be my Redis. Okay, and then I give a space and I give a dot. Dot in the sense current folder. So what am I doing with this? I am trying to create or build a Docker image using the Docker file in the current folder. Okay, so -t means it is giving a name or a tag to my image so that you can find your image easily. Just press enter here. Let it build. So it is telling build successful. So it is finished. Okay, now how to check whether build is successful or not? I have to check the images. How can I check the images? I told you already in the last session. It is Docker images. So when I press Docker images, I have to get this image which is called as my Redis. So press enter. Let me check if I'm having something called as my Redis. Yes, you can see I've got something called as my Redis. That means my image is now successfully created. So the next thing you have to do is to run this particular image as a container. So how do you run it? You say docker run, okay, -d, and then you say my Redis. Do you think this is enough? If you can run it like this also, but what will happen? A new dummy name will be given to your container by your particular Docker. So what you have to do after docker run, give -name, okay, and give a new name. Say suppose new my Redis is the name of my container. Okay, my Redis is the name of my image. New my Redis is the name of the container. You can give any names of your choice. I have given it like this. So you can press enter. And once you get this hash code, that means that your container is running in the backend. To check, type docker ps. And you can see my Redis is now successfully running. Okay. The next thing you have to do is to save this particular image. Okay. So what happened? You have created an image, you have run it as a container. Now the next thing you have to do is to save your image into the local repository which is called as this Docker desktop. So you have to first save it into this Docker desktop. Only then you can push that particular image into the Docker Hub. Please do remember. First it should be saved into local repository, then only you can put it into the remote repository. So for that you have to write a command docker commit. Docker commit. Okay, so before committing, what you have to do, you have to stop this container. So what I will do, I will just copy this particular container ID because it will be useful for me for building. So I say docker stop. So as I told you, you can either use the container name or the container ID. Press enter. The container is stopped. Now say docker build, give the container ID, okay, and now you have to give the name of your image which will be pushed into your local repository, okay. But before that you have to give a tag to it. Now what is a tag? Tag is nothing but your ID of your local Docker desktop. Okay, so this is the ID of my local Docker desktop. So first I have to give a tag. So I'll say Budharaju Madhurika / I will give a new name. Now say suppose Redis new image is the name. Okay, so now in my local repository, whatever this Redis image I have created using Docker file, will be saved under the name Budharaju Madhurika / Redis new image. So I'll type enter. Okay. Sorry, I think I've missed something here. Yeah, the mistake I have done is instead of using docker commit, I have used docker build. Okay, just change this build to commit. So I say commit here. It's not build. So it's docker commit container ID and the new name that you want to give along with the tag. Press enter. And if you get this hash code, that means your image is successfully stored into your local repository. Now go to Docker desktop, click on this images, and now you have to see the image that you have created. So you can see here, Budharaju Madhurika / Redis new image. Okay, so this is how you have to create images, right? So even here also, if you type Docker images, you will get the image that you have created. So you can see here, whatever image you have created, you can see it here also, right? Now what we will do is, we will push this particular image into Docker Hub. So this is my Docker Hub. As you can see that there are only 7 images here in my Docker Hub. Okay. Now what I will do is, the first thing you have to do is to click on Docker login. So sometimes it will directly say login succeeded, but sometimes it will ask you to enter your username and password. You can enter it. Okay, so it said me login succeeded. Now simply I will say Docker push and I will give the image name that I have stored in the local repository. So what is that? It's Budharaju Madhurika / what was the name that I gave there? It was Redis new image. So it is Redis new image. Okay. So when I type enter, everything will be now pushed into our remote repository. So we'll just wait for 1 minute for it to push everything. It depends upon the speed of the internet. So once it is being pushed, if you just refresh your Docker Hub, everything will be shown. So we'll just wait for 1 more minute here. Yeah, it's pushed. Now what I will do is, I will come back to my Docker Hub and I will refresh this particular page. Once I refresh, you can see that my Redis new image under this particular tag is now being pushed and it is public. That means now whoever will search for Redis in Docker Hub, in the search list, even my particular image also will be displayed. Okay. Now the next thing we will do here is, we will delete all the images and containers related to Redis. So what we will do, we will say Docker rm and paste the container ID and then say Docker rmi, delete the image Budharaju Madhurika / the name is Redis new image. So I have deleted this also, right? So I have deleted it because I want to pull whatever I have downloaded and I have to check whether it is successfully pulling or not. So I'll say Docker pull Budharaju Madhurika / I'm forgetting the name, Redis new image. So you can see that the latest image is being pulled. So how nice that whatever I have pushed is now successfully being pulled. Okay. Now you can even run it as a container also. You can say Docker run, give a name as -- name, say suppose my Redis new, and you can say -d. The image name is /Redis new image. So I'm running it as container Now you can even enter into the interactive mode to check whether it is really happening or not. So you say Redis exec -it. What is the container name? The container name is my Redis new, and then say Redis -cli. Press enter. You can see that we are entering here into the command line interface. Okay, that means just by writing a simple Docker file, I was able to create a Redis application. Right? Now what you will do, you will say exit, and then you will say Docker logout. Make sure that if you have logged in into Docker, have a habit of logging out also, because it will give you an error in the future. So this is how you have to create images, run them as containers, write Docker files, create your own images, push into Docker Hub, pull the images and all. Okay, so this is all about your basic CLI commands. Make sure you're practicing, taking screenshots at every step, and saving this part 1 and part 2 in a single document. Thank you for this session.